Welcome everybody to Panfish Nation. Wait a minute. Wrong show. How about Catfish Weekly, fellas?
I think he looked at you and thought you were Mark.
He looked at you and thought you were Mark because you got Mark's beard.
I was thinking about James Dockery, actually.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly along with Chad and Josh. I'm Lyle. Boys, we had a struggle the other night. You and all three of us was in a meeting, and we couldn't decide what we wanted to make this show about.
Yeah, every once in a while you have creator's block, you know.
I mean, I thought I came up with
something else altogether, but that'll work.
I wanted to spend a whole show making fun of James Dockery, but I got vetoed. So
Wednesday night, boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
But speaking of which, Mark is on vacation this week, so on Panfish Nation, James Dockery will be my co-host. And I've already told Chad to be on the sidelines with a fishing reel in case he gets out of hand.
You know what? I might have to take that reel off that one because it's gonna need one of the biggest reels that I have.
No, just let him go.
That big old Penn Senator sea rod reel. But
Fellas, I woke up to about a quarter of an inch of ice everywhere this morning. It was not a proud moment for me.
Are you saying that Cindy dumped it on you?
No, I'm saying that the man upstairs didn't like me today for some reason. But by 10 o'clock or 11, it was pretty much all gone.
Yeah, they said we were going to get it, but we never did. And
don't whine about it. It was bad. I didn't have a vehicle down my street until 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Not one. It was that bad. But, I feel pretty lucky. Didn't have any limbs out of no trees yet. And it's all gone now. I made it to the store and post office and back and felt pretty blessed about that. But, it was rough this morning. Dog fell. They don't usually fall on ice too much. She busted it pretty hard coming back into the garage. So
poor pup.
Yep. Well, she's 6 now. So, hey, Mr. Parker.
Parker said it was a mess around there with ice too. So
we're supposed to get it, like I said, overnight and into the morning.
It stayed to our northwest, and I'm not complaining about that. So
no, not at all. What do you say we welcome everyone into chat tonight, fellas?
Sounds good to me. First, we have not Jody. It was Chris Everett. Second, we have not Jody. It was Mike Sampson. Sorry, Jody. Third, we got Pontoon Jody Catfishing. We got member Rigging for Fatties. Mike Stokes Fishing. Benoit Fishing Outdoors. Nebraska Wildcats. Joe Buck 66. Member Carolina Catfish. Rowdy Royal. Bumpin' Mike Greenwell. He owes me a lot of money, fellas. Dan Thompson. He knows why. We got Buck Williams. Creole Catfishing. Crappy Day Fish On. There's Sean Abney. Mike Irvin. Chad Thomason. Mr. Joe Newman. There's Size Matters Catfishing. Member Brian B. Catfishing. Member Uptown Chrissy Brown. Goober Time Guide Service. Matt from Wanna Be Outdoors. Small Water Charters. Michael Fox. Fishing with Jeff Beal. Parker Pursuits. Hilly Billy Hondo. Member Danny Stone Outdoors. The awesomest member, Get Hooked on Deep Fishing. Downtown Ernie Brown. Appreciate y'all not disagreeing with me on that one.
Smart. I don't disagree with you on that.
LG Bass. This is a smart move, I'm just saying. Dog and I Outdoors. 922 Crappie Barbecue. 2 Stands Fishing. Bugman 22. Mark Barnum. Trophy Seekers Outdoors.
Thank you, Ray Smith.
Ray Smith
for 32 months.
Ray's been a follower of ours for a long, long time. Great guy.
There's Mr. Brad Becks. Schmieder of the Cedars. That's a new one.
I like that one.
I was waiting. I was like, I'm going to missay this one, but I like that.
Schmieder of the Cedars. That's a cool name. I like that.
Stonefly 71, Lance McCoo guy. FOA Customs and Gear. Fishing Fever. Nubby's Catfishing. Butterflies and Sunshine. And boys, I am to the bottom.
Get LG Bass?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, that's LG Tomcat.
Okay. Brad Becks?
Got it.
Okay. I'll leave you alone.
Nope. There was one that was missed that you guys totally bypassed, and I will not because it's Miss Christina Dunnigan.
Oh.
Moonlight Fishing.
Dave Funk says he got lucky on a lottery scratch off today, and now he has money for a catfish conference.
That he did.
Cat Crap Con.
Cat Crap Con. Old Dave.
That a boy, Dave.
There's Fishing and Fever and Donald Long. More coming in here, guys.
That's too funny.
Well, as I was reading what Josh here says, Lance isn't a common name anymore, but in medieval times they used to name people Lance a lot.
Yes, they did.
I see what you did there.
Lance McCoo guy liked it too. So
there you go.
Well, at least somebody thought it was funny, Josh.
Yeah, well, you know, throw enough mud at the wall at a stick, something to stick. So
okay. Man. Chet's moving right along tonight, fellas.
Yeah, I think we're caught up there right now. I mean,
yep.
Yeah, it's
Still
fine.
It is still rolling.
Hey, wait, there's Irvin, the paid tourist.
Hey, Irvin.
What's going on, Irvin?
97 watching already, guys. Take a moment before we get started. Hit that thumbs up button. It'll help us out there.
We'd really appreciate it.
Fine, I'll give you guys a thumbs up.
Well, that's pretty good of you.
There you go.
It's been a little tough around my area. We have some hard water. Not enough to ice fish on, but it's still hard. But Josh, I know for a fact that you was ice fishing.
Yeah, I went out yesterday, tried it for the very first time ever. Got to say, there's a pucker factor to that when you walk out there.
Nope.
But I don't have an ice auger. I don't have all this fancy ice gear like other people because we don't get it very often. But I took my Bauer cordless chainsaw out there, and it made short work of that ice. That ice was about 5 inches thick, and I just cut me a hole about 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot. And I don't get why all these people pull that out of the ice. I pressed down on it and shoved it way up underneath the ice. It went somewhere else. But I left a big hole in the ice so whoever comes walking after me find it.
Hope they don't find it at night.
Well, if they're out there in the middle of the night walking around on the ice, they deserve what they get. But
well, I would agree with that. I'm not an ice fisher.
But,
how deep was the water?
I had a 5 foot rod and I couldn't touch bottom with it.
So way over Dockery's head.
Oh yeah, the ice was thicker than Dockery. He is tall.
Oh man.
Nope, and nope. That's all I got to say about this ice fishing conversation.
Me and Chad staying true to our thoughts.
But you know what the best part is it's going to be like 40 or 50 and almost 60 by the end of the week. And rain, all that crap's going to be gone by the end of the week.
I hope you're right about that because I'm starting to get convulsions from not being able to get out and at least go, whether you catch anything or not. We're getting a lot of rain right now. It ain't heavy rain, but I told you guys before the show started, I got water standing in my backyard. I can't remember the last year that we had water actually standing. So I'm pretty
So,
happy about that.
I don't doubt that you're right about that one, buddy. The good thing is I had a fish and wildlife officer standing right there with me when I cut the hole. So he's like, I want to see. He goes, I've never seen anybody do this with a cordless chainsaw. I want to see if it works. So he was right there when I cut the hole. So
No, it worked. It have to work. Hey, Ted Ellensbecker is in here with us tonight.
Ted.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I see it. I think Mr. Early Brown, I think he said his other knee surgery is Monday.
He had to do some tests. If everything comes out right,
Yep.
he will be.
I am not that brave, dog, and I. There's something about building a fire on the ice that just
No,
the common sense in me just, and I know they do it.
Chad. The getting on the ice is where the common sense is at, right?
Yeah, once you, and please don't anybody take offense to this. It's my own personal opinion, but the moment you step onto that kind of ice,
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was freaking
not a
out.
puddle, but a lake or anything like that, a pond.
Yeah, I ain't doing
Common
it.
sense was done.
I was
thrown out
probably
the
in
window.
water about 6 foot deep.
Nope, and nope.
So up to your nose if it fell through.
It would have been up to my nose if I'd gone through.
Yeah, call me a chicken, I guess. I don't know.
You call me whatever you want. I ain't getting on. Did they pop and crack any?
It wasn't popping and cracking. It was making the weirdest sound I ever heard in my life. Is like if
You're
you take a
gonna
handsaw and bend it, and it's like, woo, woo, woo. It sounds
No,
like
I ain't
space
getting it.
invaders or something.
Yeah, I'm good.
No way, Jose.
I'd step on it and it'd just say, "You're gonna die."
Benoit said they was on about 15 foot today, but good for you guys. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Stan
that you
said
enjoy
ice
it.
fishing
It just
is
ain't for
awesome.
me.
Stan said they used to have bonfires on the ice.
No, I'm not ever going to do that. So that'd be like driving a truck out across there. I ain't going to be in somebody else's truck driving across the ice.
I've slept on the ice in a cot with the heater on high all night.
Yeah, I ain't doing that either.
Chrissy, you're probably not wrong. The ice was screaming, dum, 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 dum.
Probably.
Josh.
Yeah.
We visited while you was actually on the ice, messaging stuff back and forth. I know guys that catch a lot of channel cat through the ice every winter. And channel cat, like blues, are very active. They eat year round. Now, flatheads not so much, but
I was tempted to. I had a few frozen shad in the bed of the truck, and I was tempted to get a catfish rod out and see if I couldn't get a hold of something, because we've caught fish this time of year in that neck. There is about there's a little bit of a channel runs through that neck, and it's not much. It may be a foot deeper than the rest of the neck, but they hang out right there and they relate to that channel.
It don't take much of a difference in depth to attract fish sometimes. Buck Williams says if the ice is cracking while you're standing still, it means it's growing. James Dockery has told me that for the longest time. I don't believe him either.
Stan, that is the closest I can come to describing how that ice was sounding. He said it sounded like huge blue whales. It was just,
yeah, I've been gone.
Yeah, Danny, they're still in the bed of the truck. It's been so cold, I ain't worried about it. They're frozen.
Well, to me, if it's cracking and popping, that just in my head that tells me it's getting ready to go.
Yeah, and I don't want to be worried.
I don't care.
I get out of bed and I pop.
It's actually happening.
I crack and pop when I get out of bed. Maybe
so do I, but I ain't. I'm just about as worried about that as I am the ice.
Oh man.
But I'm glad you had a good time, man. It was interesting because, like I say, you was messaging while you was out there and telling us what
I did take a video of cutting that hole with the chainsaw. Even though I didn't catch anything yesterday, I had one bite, never caught anything. But I did get a video cutting that hole in the ice with a cordless chainsaw. So
I'm anxious
to turn that I may turn that into a short or something.
Heck yeah, that'd be fun. There's Brenda with Catfishing with a Cause has joined us.
You know, speaking of shorts, I'll probably be in shorts this weekend where I'm going. I can't wait.
And then there was
that's time for him to go. Just
kidding, buddy. Just kidding. Tell us about it because I know you're excited You're leaving
am.
what, Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm heading out Wednesday morning and heading east. Spend a couple days out there at Kerr Lake, see if I can't win the ice bowl.
Wagons east.
Wagons east.
Yeah, it's if it's that warm out there, you better take you a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I always wear my shorts.
I don't know how warm it's
And
going to
there's
be.
always one of these guys. Mikey says 40 and he's in shorts now.
He's tough though.
It don't matter what temperature it is. There'll always be that one dude that wears shorts.
Kind of like the guys with no shirt at ball game the other day.
Yeah.
Look at that, though. Uncle Lou says, you have not lived until driving across the lake in a blizzard and hit an ice heave at 30 miles an
Oh,
hour.
man.
It ain't going to happen, Lee.
No.
It's just never going to happen.
It definitely ain't. If you can't get me to, like you said, Lyle, if you can't get me to walk across the frozen lake, you sure as heck ain't getting me to drive.
That's
across
100% correct. Michael Murillo has joined us. Says Lauren would like to know why you spelled your name wrong, Chad.
Well, if you ever hear Lyle say my name, he always calls me Shad.
Caitlin calls you Shad, too.
And I wanted other people to know that if they called me Shad instead of Chad, I won't get upset with them.
You'll still answer.
Just putting it out there. I answer to both.
Okay,
Miss Lauren, you're awesome.
that's right. Nebraska Wildcats has joined us.
Four-wheelers on the ice is so fun.
Nope,
I don't know about that.
never gonna happen.
Is
Uncle
there
Lou
anybody
said
else?
he's eating chicken.
He loves chicken.
He probably used it for bait.
Mm. Especially if he's well, he loves it especially if it comes from a gas station. And Miss
There's
Michelle,
Michelle.
yes, ma'am, I am planning on trying to get up and leave very early Wednesday morning to head out that way.
Benoit
Hey,
Fishing
Mark.
says they named their Shad. Shad. Hey, there's Stan 3. What's up, buddy?
Good to see him in here tonight.
So big question. Is the Arctic blast done? Or are we going to get round 2 of the giant deep freeze?
Yeah,
It's going to get cold again before it gets better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a gimme. But are we going to go back down to those negative 20 wind chills and stuff?
No, I don't think so.
Think we're done?
I hope so.
So do
I don't think we're completely done.
No, we're not completely done. There'll be more cold weather. We're going to get a lot more snow probably. But as far as the 20 below crap, surely we only have one shot
Tell
at
you
that.
what, you think they can't manipulate the weather? You just look at every single winter blues Chad hosts. It don't matter when he picks.
I can't.
That's
He
true.
could do it. He could do summertime blues, and it's going to be 20 below.
That's exactly right.
Nebraska Wildcats, I agree. I hope we're done with the
Me
negatives.
too.
At least
Me too.
I hope we're done with the at least like single digits and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
My boat
Yeah.
steering cables don't like that super cold weather. They freeze up.
Well, apparently, either do people's bunk boards and everything else.
J-Dog was not having a good day.
I felt so
Saturday.
bad for my buddy.
J-Dog was not having a good day.
Well,
Bunk board. Now that thing stayed. What was it? Froze to his boat.
Well, we'll see. We
for
started at
hours.
we started the live at 9, and he had already been out there.
Mhm.
He went back in. I think it was about 1:30, and that's when that last one popped out from underneath the boat.
wow.
I was like, "Geez, oh criminy!" But I got to give everybody that fished that freaking props that whole tournament.
Winter
Because it's
blues was
like-
cold for sure. I sat still for too long, and my muck boots froze to the boat.
Oh man,
Ooh.
When a sinker froze to the bottom of the boat, I'd have been ready to leave.
that honestly,
You know what I mean? I would never, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful to anyone, but if I had the amount of snow and stuff that's in the bottom of Jason's boat Saturday, I would never have went. Just simply because if you catch a fish or anything that water that comes over the side that turns to ice, somebody's gonna bust their butt. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And I kudos to them guys, man. They toughed it out. They really did, and fought hard. Just wasn't their day, but yeah, you got 4 to 6 inches of snow and ice on the gunnels of your boat. It might be a good day to say it's too much. Would be for me, but
Yeah.
then again, I have years and years of experience.
Well, I need a favor
from
anybody that lives close to Danny Stone.
Okay.
So when Danny Stone first started out the day, he was in a spot that he was not blocked by any wind, by anything. And the poor man had to sit on a big old rock. And in order to leave, he had to leave some things behind because he didn't have any a spatula to use as pan with.
So you're saying Danny's singing soprano now?
Yes. So if anybody has time and can go help Danny, retrieve those, it'd be
just
greatly
stick one of the
appreciated.
propane torches and warm them up a little bit.
But both weekends were rough, and I don't know what it is. I can't pick a date to save, grace on even remotely decent weather. I mean, when it's 26 degrees in southern Louisiana, that tells you. I mean,
oh yeah, it's
welcome, Frank. Glad to see you made it in tonight.
Kentucky Redneck Outdoors said where did it go?
Oop, I
lousy.
was getting rid of it when you.
Said I do believe if Chad picked a day in August for winter blues, it'd be -5. I agree.
Well, I gotta make a statement on that cold weather for you. And I know it was miserable for them guys, but it was nice and toasty in my office here watching. It really was.
Yeah, I didn't venture far from the house during winter blues. So
no,
other than the one day that Parker and I fished it.
If Chad had ever have one where the weather was decent, some of the rest of us might think about it for the following year. But when he keeps having these crappy days he picks, he's shutting me out 100%.
Well, again, what's sad is this one was bad, and it still wasn't the coldest.
No, it was.
This one was the coldest.
But I've moved it, January to February, back to January, and I don't know what.
No, I remember that very first one. Christina was pregnant with John. We went up Fish Baldwin because it was the only place that had open water around us. And we trailered the boat up there in several inches of snow trying to get up there.
We might want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So
I lost count of how many fish were caught in that last little bit.
That last hour total was crazy.
It was on fire.
Freaking Cool Cat's boat just went like boom, 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 catching fish. 3 flatheads, Lyle.
I know. That's just crazy. But, I mean, I know it's cold down there.
That
but
water's
it ain't cold like here.
It's not. No, I mean, it's cold, but it's still. I guarantee you their water temperature was in the 30s.
I'm sure it was. But you won't come up here and catch flathead. You just.
So you say.
You won't.
Okay.
This don't happen.
Okay.
Start none, won't be none.
Yep. Just call Luke up and ask him how many he actually has ever caught in the wintertime, hooking them in the mouth.
Well, he's
it don't happen in cold
12 hours north of you, of course.
It's no cold up there. When it's 0, it's still 0.
Popsicles up there.
Bull butter. I'm telling you. If it's 0, it's 0. Doesn't matter if it's in Minnesota or Missouri. Don't make no difference. How many? Who fishes more than anybody else you know?
Danny Stone.
Yeah.
I'd have to say James Dockery.
Yeah, Doc. Okay, yeah, Dockery.
Now, wait, are you talking about fishing, or are you talking about fishing for catfish?
It doesn't matter. You don't ever see him catch any flatheads in the wintertime.
He doesn't catfish.
He doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Barely ever catches.
I watched him catch his personal best flathead. He fished with me at Mendota.
So you're going to tell me that the great Bink Fox is wrong?
Oh wow, no, I'm not. We'll never doubt Bink Fox.
You know
I'm
what?
telling you, you won't catch them over here. It
I
ain't
am-
gonna happen.
You are south of us.
I don't care what you say. They don't bite over here.
That's just because you can't.
They
catch
don't
'em.
bite on chicken
There
either.
we go.
Listen. Two things. Look,
Right
two
there.
things.
99%
Yep,
are snagged.
that's right. And you can snag them in the mouth. It's proven fact. They've done it now, especially now with all the new technology. But there is places and people that can catch them, but not consistently. I seen Bink and Janet when I want to say it was the first winter blues, might have been the second winter blues. They're big fish. That was a 70-some pound flathead on Wheeler. Sure did. And Bink fell in the water releasing that fish.
Oh
Ooh.
wow!
Right in front of all of us. Yeah, he just, his hand got hung in its mouth, and when he dropped it
Yeah.
off, it
Nice.
took him with him.
Hey, you're talking dangerous this time of year, falling in the water.
Even down there.
Yeah,
When
I mean it's
houseboat-
funny in the
houseboat
summertime. It's not funny in the winter.
No.
We got
Houseboat fishing. It's a new one.
Yeah.
Welcome here.
But
Yeah.
Bink
I don't
catches
disagree with
a lot
that.
of flatheads.
James, channel member, Cool Catch Fishing, said you fish bluegill out here all year round. You can catch flatheads.
I challenge you to come to Missouri and do it.
Yeah.
But then again, like I said,
look,
we don't catch very few people catch the amount of fish on chicken that they do everywhere else. That just tells me
Yeah.
our fish are that much smarter.
Oh God, here we go.
No, I don't have a reel handy either.
Look, I know you say you don't catch them that often in Missouri, but let's face it, you haven't catfished but once in
But Lyle don't fish.
2019, and two, you also have water coming from like North Dakota, which is why your water probably is colder coming down the Mississippi, which is a little bit different than the Ohio and the Tennessee.
Talking about Lake Ozark, Truman. The water comes out of Kansas, you dipstick.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's coming up northwest. I don't care. If you and your little freaking, not James, Fox River type river you got.
No.
Missouri,
We got rivers here.
like 3 feet deep, and
We got rivers here. It's the Osage.
Yard wide and a foot deep.
I'm just saying, everybody water's a little bit different, but
It is, and
I
guys
don't
fish
disagree.
different.
But I don't disagree with you. The further north you go, the more likely that you're not going to catch them.
That's true. Now, did you guys happen to see the picture I put up of the drainage for the Mississippi River?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Is that not amazing? Of all the water that runs through that,
It is. And to think
if you guys haven't seen it, go over to my personal Facebook page and scroll down till you see the watershed map of the Mississippi River. It will surprise you how much water runs through that river and from everywhere it comes from. It's pretty amazing. Fish on Luke.
I
We
have
have
no
closed
idea what you have
flathead
now.
season for a reason during the winter. Here we go, right there. I told you. I didn't know Luke was listening, but
have a closed flathead season. Huh. Are they afraid you'll catch them and prove everybody
a
wrong?
rogue flathead. You're not reading the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of the guy's name. Luke will probably put it up here. That has hours and hours and hours of video with bait on flatheads up north where they just laying in piles, and it just runs. He just running bait over every one of them, and not one of them even wiggled. And if they did, they didn't try to bite it or anything. And he offered me that stuff to use because I was going to do a thing about it. And people got to running their mouth about, oh God, we catch them year round in 20-degree water. No, you can't. You can't do it. They won't bite. They just lay there. They're dormant. They call it dormant because they don't open their friggin' mouth.
Yeah, but Luke was probably playing in like a video game or something.
Yeah.
And he probably had his sonar on.
Luke, save me, Luke.
He probably had his sonar on. What is it? The they use in a store.
Oh, demo mode. Yeah.
Demo mode. Thank you.
Yeah, he
No,
I don't know. That I can trust
Knowing
him.
Luke, he was sitting there with a tablet playing Frogger. He likes frogs.
Luke,
Probably
Luke, have
good.
you got your camera set up?
Ooh, he's got a new underwater camera.
Yeah, he does. It's called what?
Torpor.
State of
Hibernation, but not true hibernation.
Huh.
Okay.
There you go.
The more you know.
He's up to date on this stuff more than me. Now, I'll tell you something else. If you see a bird and you don't have no idea what it is, you just take a picture of it, send it to Luke. He'll tell you what kind it is without looking it up.
Hey, Luke,
I've
send
got
you emoji. I got a bird emoji. I'll send
That's
you. Luke.
exactly what I was getting ready to say. Josh and I will both be sending you birds for you to identify after the show, Luke.
You guys make me cry. You've been laughing so hard.
We got
Red Bex.
Oh, shoot. Hey, there's 217 Rebel Outdoors. Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
They're very lethargic.
Absolutely.
But we need to steer back over because we kind of squirreled off the whole conversation. That last hour of the tournament on Saturday was a thriller. Because I know I seen our boys that fished it in here. And besides the winner, because he's probably still relaxing from his long drive home, but they were on fire after those. That's what it was, the flatheads that they caught that took us off conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hit some good blues to put them in a really big, nice comfy lead. And then the last 15 to 20 minutes, just that one catch was just unreal by Brandon. And to come back and win it by 0.1 was,
Oh, yeah.
that was exciting. I mean, I'm sure they don't want me to talk about it, but I got to.
That was the most exciting end of a tournament, an online tournament that I've ever seen.
It was.
It really was. Jerry says, during the winter sucker gigging season, we have seen flatheads on the bottom. You could take a pole and nudge them and they won't swim. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. But, what do I know? I'm just an old guy.
Yeah, but, all of you Missouri folk out there seem to be I think you're having special meetings on the weekends of what you're going to be stubborn
Dave,
about.
there's something wrong with you, Dave. You don't take good bacon and waste it on a catfish bait.
Dad's making homemade bacon this week. I told him I wanted to cut scraps off the pork belly. I want to try it for bait.
Oh, there you go. It's got to be greasy enough. They love greasy
That's
stuff.
kind of what I'm thinking.
They like it almost as much as I do.
They got that big fat cap on there. It ought to stay on the hook pretty good.
Hey, there's hooks and hammocks. In case you guys missed it, they have a new video out today. You might want to run over and check it out. It's pretty good.
Which one?
I only seen one.
Well, you need to go back and check out Hooks and Hammocks' channel again because he actually put out two videos today.
Oh, well, I'll have to do that. Hey, Dieter Melhorn, welcome.
We will see about
some
that.
Of this. I don't know what you got going on there, Luke, but I ain't clicking on no link you posted.
No.
Well, if you do, don't share it on screen.
Yeah, that's I know better.
Not at all.
Especially after I just sent him a bird to identify.
Luke has got a new house. He's all excited. Everything's going great for him. Can't wait for him to get some new content out here before long, and he will. And then I assume he's going to start doing some lives and stuff again. So we're anxious to see that. But he's like the rest of us. He needs some decent weather and some liquid water up there instead of frozen stuff. But hell, he might ice fish.
Just don't tell Luke I said that. But
yeah, he likes ice fishing. Somebody's got to like it.
What we need is Dockery versus Luke ice fishing.
Yeah.
I don't think Dockery's got enough ice for that quite yet. Even as tiny as he is, he might fall through.
A small dude.
John Parker. Welcome, sir.
Lyle,
Yeah.
I got a message today, or had a message this morning from an individual. They are upgrading their batteries in their boat. They've ordered a couple of lithiums.
Sweet.
Nice.
So somebody down south going to be have all that more lithium power going on. He's going to be untouchable.
I would like to have that, but they're the wrong size.
Yep.
Is it anybody you can elaborate with about?
He's in chat if he wants to tell us.
Okay.
Hey, there's for Shizzle.
Oh, yeah. First Sizzle says, Creole, I need to book a trip for Dinks in 3 weeks.
I thought he said he needed to book a trip for drinks. I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
I think that might work out too.
Oh, there's it at. James, there's a solution to that, and a rather cheap solution to that.
Do tell.
It's just all I'll say for right now.
Oh, okay. And
Just saying.
So what I would do is make sure you're subscribed to the Weekend Angler.
That would be FBI would call that a clue.
I think you're right, and there's some good stuff coming out of it.
Well, chat's moving too quickly.
It's rolling along. Very happy that we have 111 people watching tonight. And it does make chat run a little quick. So if you're posting something that you would like us to catch up with, do not get mad if we miss it, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and repost it if it needs to be talked about. We will.
There he is.
He is very quick to identify them, the birds. You weren't lying.
Nope, he knows bird. For Shizzle said his batteries wouldn't charge either, didn't want to harm them. The good thing is on those lithiums, the battery management system, that BMS in there, when it cuts off charging due to cold temperatures, it cuts it off. So I mean, you're charging a lithium at a low temperature can damage it. But when the BMS cuts it off, it's not putting charge into those cells. So just need to warm the batteries up a little bit. Oh, Daryl. Winter Blues winner is under investigation.
Coming out swinging, ain't he?
Look, I mean, we'll talk about some things on Thursday night over on the bait shop about the tournament.
Yeah.
But
fishing with Squirrel, welcome.
As tournament dictator, you're only as good as the information provided to you. So if you screwed up, that's on you, is all I can say.
Hilly Hondo said low temperature on the lithiums. It will usually tell you, the manufacturer usually specified, I think it's somewhere usually around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Can't say for sure. The one that I just got sent that I did the review or did the unboxing and testing of, it said specifically in the manual, don't try to charge below this temperature. Yeah. Chad, you missed it.
I was acknowledging somebody's question elsewhere. What did I miss?
Luke says Norks test their batteries at deep freeze. They always charge. A lot of the batteries coming out now do have an internal heater.
Really?
Really?
Yep. They will kick that in. It doesn't draw more than about 5 or 10 watts. So the amperage draw on the battery is negligible, but it'll raise those temperature of that cell up to enough where it'll charge.
That's wild right there.
Buck Williams with a good comment there. He said for small phone battery chargers, you can put them inside your jacket under your arm.
Old photographer's trick.
Yep.
Oh, I thought he said pornographer.
That's one thing I've done. Like when
what's
we're out
on
there,
your mind, Lyle?
when we're out there live streaming and stuff with phones, is those peel and stick little hand warmers.
Yep.
Putting them on the back to help keep the battery warmer.
Wait a minute. Peel and stick battery hand warmers.
The hand warmers.
Yeah,
you know how you have the
I never used a hand warmer anyway.
Well, you have the hot hands, right? That
I never used them either, but I know what you're talking about.
But they have the adhesive ones that you can put on your like chest and your kidneys. They have the foot warmer ones.
Yep.
But yeah, peel those and put them on the back where your
Lyle,
battery
don't go
is, and it'll
outside
help.
when it's cold. Chad, he don't know about this.
I sat outside when it was so
I don't
cold
think-
you couldn't stand a deer hunting before without any kind of heater. But I have set in
Yep, there
ground
we go.
blinds
There,
with heaters.
Luke concurs. Small batteries like a battery pack. You stick the hand warmers to them. This time of year, we're worrying about keep our phones warm, and then in the summertime, we're trying to figure out how to cool them off.
That
Well, I was
is the
trying to
truth.
Hey, you
figure out how to
know what
stay
the
in the house.
wonderful part is I bought a new phone last week. Had to because I busted mine. And I bought a different model than what I had, so now I have to build a new phone cooler.
Which one?
Well, you think the new ones still have that problem?
I mean, they all get hot in the summertime.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It won't take much. I mean, I don't have to build the pump or put together the pump and everything. I just got to build a new water jacket. Parker says Lyle is a hot-blooded man beast. Doesn't get cold.
That's not necessarily true.
He doesn't get cold because he doesn't even go outside.
Wintertime used to be my favorite time of the year. It really did. But the older I get, the less I think of it.
When you were little, there was only one season.
Really?
The other three hadn't been invented.
You guys see everyone getting rescued out on broken ice on Catawba? No, I haven't seen anything
I
about
hadn't
that.
seen
in a while.
that. Brian B says ice pack and a rubber band to keep your phone cool.
You know what else will keep your phone warm?
Yeah, careful now.
A windshield with a full enclosure
Mm-hmm.
and a heater.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you're right about that.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Christina, I thought you liked me.
As Cindy says, whatever you said, Lyle, is not true.
About what?
I don't know, but anything
Probably
you've
anything.
said. So we'll use
I
it
did
wherever.
used to like wintertime. It used to be my favorite time of the year, but not anymore. I just can't take it. And I don't have to, so, But I used to love, I never did ice fish, but I did like hunting and stuff and going to Colorado. And I've been in Colorado in snowstorms and blizzards up on the mountains, and where they come up people come up there to tell you, if you don't get off the mountain, you're going to be snowed in for weeks and weeks. And we had to pack up and leave. But if it been me, I just stayed there. But, it ain't always just you.
Yeah, I used to be that person that could 10 degrees, 5 degrees. I'd be out there in shorts and a t-shirt. And
Yep, not anymore.
can't do it no more.
I've only wore a jacket outside with the dogs one time this year.
Well, once I hit Josh's age, it was over. It's funny because Josh always hits it first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got about 2 months.
Yeah.
She says, I sit in the office always cold. Well, there's some truth to that. It didn't used to be that way, though. Sure didn't.
I hope I remember how to fish. It's been like weeks since I've fished. But you know what? If
I'm not
Lyle-
saying.
We
Wow.
haven't elaborated on that, Chad. Where you're headed out? What, another day or two? You're headed out?
Yeah, I'm heading out here in a couple days. Gonna go out and become the next Bobby Boucher. I'm gonna come out in the fourth quarter and win the ice bowl. Not really. I'm just going out there to have some fun.
That's
If we
awesome,
win, we
Brian.
win. If we even do well, I'll be happy. If we catch a fish, I'll be happy.
Hey, there's Jello.
Welcome, Jello.
Hey, buddy.
Luke says when it gets to minus 20, the snow sounds different when you walk on it. If I'm correct, Luke just moved further north than what he already was.
We never said he was all right.
No, but he was the first son.
If he'd been right, you wouldn't have had no more.
I guess, I guess you got a point there.
Oh, Caitlin's upset we didn't get to make snow ice cream this year. I'm sure that's not over with. So we're
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she'll get some of that for it. All said and done.
This is the first of like 10 fall springs.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would say there's definitely
Tell
going to
you
be.
what, it wouldn't hurt me. It hurt my feelings none if this was became spring right now. But I know it ain't.
No, I'd be nice, wouldn't it?
And you're welcome, Cool Cats.
Parker's right. We'll get a big snow yet. We'll get a big snow sometime late February, early March.
Yep,
Well,
they usually do.
Muddy water, that's good news right there. 57 more days till spring. I'm ready for
You know what? Until Punxsutawney Phil speaks, I don't even.
I'd rather listen to
what
the
people-
Stan Hog.
That is true. The Stan Hog is pretty good.
I put my faith in the Stan Hog.
Luke says he never moved north. He went south 6 miles next to the river.
Right next to it. He's living in a van down by the river.
3 blocks from the ramp. Well, excuse me. I thought you moved north of your parents.
Christina said it'd probably snow while she's in Denver.
Yeah, it probably will.
Probably.
You know,
It snows there about 6 or 7 months out of the year.
It snowed there in April when I was there last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be, I'd checked the weather before I went. It was supposed to be like 60s the whole time. And it wasn't. It snowed every day we were there.
Buck says, I delivered stuff on the coldest day in Pennsylvania history, minus 25 with wind chill of minus 50 to 75. Not no more because I'm old like Lyle and smarter now.
Oh, Buck.
That's right, Buck.
James said they not had mail service or UPS or FedEx for 8 days.
Wow.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if mail run here today or not. The road, but they was by the time they normally run, the road is clear. I mean, they really
Run by
were.
your house, though.
What's that?
I said running by your house, though. That they have
Yeah.
other places. It's not just about you, Lyle. They have other houses. They've
Are you
delivering
sure?
all morning?
Are you sure it's not just about me?
Yes,
Positive?
positive.
Okay. This ain't the company you work for. We're talking about the United States Postal
No.
Service.
I was gonna say we just shut.
From wind, rain, snow, sleet,
Yeah.
whatever bullshit's coming down,
Hey.
they're supposed to roll.
I've got stations out there now that are like these school districts. There's a forecast for a possible flurry tomorrow. We're gonna shut down.
Really?
No, it's not that bad.
I didn't think it was.
I just thought it was funny. I need to stop saying things that I think are funny because people take me serious.
There we
That's
go.
right.
Stan says they'll be out there February 2nd. See if the Stan Hog sees his shadow. Be on the lookout.
The stand
Nice.
sees his shadow.
Yeah, but that's
That was an awesome video last year.
It was.
I must have missed it.
Oh, it was
I remember.
hilarious.
It was good. That was a short, wasn't it?
I don't think it was a short.
Wasn't it?
It wasn't a very
remember
long
it.
video, but I
Wasn't
don't
very
remember
long,
it
but
was
I
done as
know.
a short.
I don't remember. Stan, tell us what it was. Was it a short or a video? All
Mark
right.
Barnes says in '94 winter, when he lived in Steamboat, Colorado, they had snow every month
Ugh.
that year.
You can keep that.
Yeah, it would make me want to move from there. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, I spent a week in Colorado. That was about 2 weeks too long.
I used to leave here and go elk hunting, and I'd be gone 2 weeks
That'd be cool.
for a 5-day hunting season, and that's a lot of fun. Staying out in the mountains and riding horses and chasing them elk and deer, and it's a lot of fun.
Was it a My Little Pony that you were riding?
No,
I
it
don't
was
see you
not.
on a full size horse. I'm just saying.
You have no idea how much horse stuff I've done.
Okay. let's
Whoa,
get back to
okay.
fishing.
Well, where's the real?
We used to raise show horses, show colts, haul them all over the place, showing them. Marky, my youngest son, was a 3-time state champion team pinner.
Stan said it was a video. Chad said
It was a
Stan 3
video?
Yep, Stan 3 narrated it in Big Cat's Diary voice.
Big kiss. Stop it.
Just trying to get you back on topic.
They're kind of noisy.
It was one of them old crappy slime cats. So
I have a question for you guys. We've talked about this a number of times. Who's planning a trip to Sandusky Bay this year?
I am.
Are you going up there?
It's not on the radar at the moment, but
are you going up there to fish? Or are you going up there for a tournament?
Well, we're going up there to fish. So
I think that would be a fun trip. I'd love to go up there because if I'm correct, it's loaded with channel cat, and I do love to catch some big channel cat.
well,
I like to catch the little ones too, but I really like the big ones.
they have them of all sizes there, and that's the plan is to basically cut the Mendota trip almost in half. So we'll go up. We'll go to Mendota that Friday, fish for 4 days or 5 days, whatever it is. Leave and go to Sandusky Bay for the rest of the following week. So that's right now is the plan.
So you're going to be gone 2 weeks.
No, so Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Thank you. Something like that. We'll do Mendota, and then we will leave and go over to Sandusky Bay.
How far is it from Mendota to Sandusky?
I don't know.
Well, just ballpark.
Well, I would think it's probably
500 miles?
I wouldn't think that. Maybe 5 or 6 hours.
Oh, that's not so bad. And then how far is that to your house? Of course, it's a lot further for me.
We're actually only 4.5, 5 hours from Sandusky Bay.
See, gosh, you're so lucky. Luke says it's 12 hours.
We're wanting to go back down to Wheeler. We're wanting to go back down to Alabama again. We had a good time.
I would much rather go up there and catch some big channel cat.
It's actually saying it's about 7 hours from Lake Mendota to Sandusky, Ohio.
7 hours. Luke says it's 12 hours. That's too far for him.
I know. I told him, okay, Mark.
That's right.
Benoit Fishing says they're an hour from Sandusky.
Speaking of Benoit Fishing,
never heard of them.
That will be our guest next Monday night on Catfish Weekly.
I'm looking forward to that one.
I am too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've watched some of their videos. Enjoy watching them. One of the videos that I found very intriguing, they walked through a big tunnel, like an under-road culvert or something, to go catch fish and stood on the concrete on the side of it and caught fish. Pretty interesting. Wasn't catfish, but I found it very interesting that they worked that hard to go catch some fish. So we're going to have a lot of fun and find out how everything works out and where they fished, equipment, all the stuff. And that'll be next Monday night. So
look forward to it. Yeah, I didn't know. One, I didn't know Sandusky Bay was that short of a drive, even going up through Ohio. I figured it was longer. But yeah, I didn't. Just recently found out that they were from up there.
Let me look.
Oops, sorry. Kentucky Redneck says 440 miles from Sandusky to Mendota.
Yep.
That's quite a trip.
And Ted, I think May 7th. Let's see. Yeah, May 17th is that Friday that we will go up there and we'll start fishing that Saturday.
Now, when is it you're going up? When is it, Chad?
We're going up. We're planning on trying to hit it like that week after what we normally do.
So the 19th through the 25th.
We're going to hit May 17th.
I was actually thinking about going up earlier now.
We're going up Friday. The cookout that we do is on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, May.
I'd like 17th. To go up a week before we normally go.
You can't because we're not going to be there.
I can still go.
He can still go.
You're not allowed.
Why?
Because you do what it's told, and the sons have spoken. So yeah, we'll probably be there like the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, something like that, and then we'll probably head over either the 21st and 22nd and do a couple days in Sandusky before we head home.
Danny, look at it. Looking towards late April for that. Late April, Wren Lake or Crab Orchard, either one will be on fire. The bigger cats are at Crab, the more the numbers are at Wren. But
Luke says seems odd to leave fish to catch fish, potentially not as good too.
Well, potentially we have a chance to catch as big and maybe even that 30-pounder. They're caught up there in Sandusky. So
I hear that. I haven't seen actual images of them, but
everybody knows how highly I talk and how much I love Mendota. Love it.
Dog and I Mendota is a lake right in the middle of Madison, Wisconsin. It's kind of become a yearly gathering.
Yeah, this will be like about the fourth year we've all been going up there, right? Yeah, this will be the fourth. But everybody also knows that D and I love to travel to new places and fish, and we haven't got to fish Sandusky Bay yet. So there's us and some other people that are planning on doing the same thing. So I mean, and there's other people that won't be making the trip like they usually do because they're traders and they're going to another event.
They are traders if that happens.
They know who they are.
Yeah.
I won't mention any names.
Jerry Parker says Mendota is a magical place. Yes, it is.
It is. It's a different experience, and everybody be like, "Oh, channel cats. Why would you want to do that when you can go to Tennessee River and catch monster blues?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can drive."
If you want to catch monster blues, you don't go to the Tennessee River. You go to the Mississippi River, where
there are monster blues on the Tennessee River.
You're not like there is on the Mississippi. You tell me one time that there was ever 600-pound plus fish caught on the Tennessee River in one summer. It don't happen. It's only on the Mississippi.
I don't keep track of stats from 1992 like you did. That one time that we're speaking off of. I'm just saying.
There's great fish down there.
There's great.
But the biggest fish come out of the Mississippi. Right now, they're coming out of Kerr Lake, but I think that's a fluke. I really do. I
don't know.
Mississippi River is the greatest fishery.
Something going on over there. It's a great fishery.
It is.
Lake Gaston.
Regulations is a lot of it.
Yeah, Gaston and Kerr are great lakes.
Yeah, they are. They're a great place to fish.
But until you've went up to a lake like Mendota or other places, there are other lakes besides the one that we're talking about.
What's the name of the one out in Kansas, Josh? And
Milford.
Milford's got great ones. There's one in Nebraska out there by Sunny. It's got great fish in it too.
But there's some great ones. But there's the experience of what you get to fish and catch in 2 feet of water is just amazing.
Mendota is a magical land of big channel cats and stories.
Lots
of stories. The Red River is an outstanding place to catch them.
Yeah, but it's not in Mendota.
I've fished them both. Now, I have to say, if you're going to fish the Red River of the North and you want magical times like you get in Mendota, you would have to go to the Lockport Dam in Canada. I've fished the Red River up by in North Dakota, Grand Forks area. We had a great time, caught a ton of fish, but not the size or the numbers we caught in Mendota. Every time I've been to Mendota. Now, I do know that Luke and a lot of other people have been to Lockport Dam and caught 4,000 to 6,000 pounds of fish in 3 or 4 days. Now, that's a lot of channel cat. And big ones, lots of them teens and 20s. So, yeah, Luke says nothing touches Selkirk for numbers and average size. Yeah.
And Christina said she never saw Jerry Parker in a tent, but heard there was a full moon while we were there. That was on the way home, I think.
There was something full in that tent.
There was a lot of full moons when Jerry's around.
Jerry's unique.
Yeah, that's the word I would use.
Yeah. Ted says North Dakota and Minnesota isn't anything like Selkirk on the Red. That's probably the biggest bucket list place that I have is to go up there to catch some big channels.
Yeah.
But and if you ever watch any of the videos when they're up there, the they're not always right up by the dam. They're back away from the dam. I think they just swim up in there to be up there. I don't know if they're feeding or breeding or what they're doing, but man, that's some of the most outstanding video of catfishing of any size, any kind that I've ever watched come from that area. And them just giant channel cat. And heavy current, so they're fighting hard the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Christine says her personal best 17-pounder come from Mendota.
Headed to Lockport in June.
Yep.
Reed.
She almost beat that PB down here. She was just shy of it down here.
That's good in your area. But you got some 20-pound channel cat over there.
Crab Orchard Lake has got a overabundance of 20-pound channel cats in it. So
that's what I'm saying. There's places around to catch them, but it's just something about
when we go up there, we can catch fish of that size at home, but we go up there for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why it's fun.
You get a bunch of good people together and the bull flies and there's good food and
it does fly. Luke says Jacob and him caught 98 channel cat in 9 hours, averaging 16.2 pounds in the Minnesota side.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're only allowed to use half a rod in Minnesota.
I think so, yeah.
Or one rod, maybe.
Well, let's see. Muddy water bait and tackle. Speaking of regulations, wonder if Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife is going to crack down on. Is that on commercial fishing on the Ohio? There were several sturgeons killed or injured last year.
I tell you, if we did have, there are new regulations for commercial guys in Kentucky in most of the areas.
Good to see.
But we have to be able to have them also enforce that on those commercial guys as well.
Keep an eye out. Be willing to you'll keep that game warden's
I have
phone number in your phone. And
the problem is, as we have here, they have regulations and they don't enforce them. If they do write them a ticket and they go to court, the judge just gives them a little slap on the fingers instead of trying to break their hand and lets them go, and they go right back out and do it again. Whatever the maximum sentence is for breaking those laws should be the minimum you get.
Just remember that conservation officer can't be everywhere all the time.
Oh no,
he cannot. And he's not the one that hands out the sentences either. He just writes
the one that hands out the sentences, but he's got to work with whatever he's dealt. You can call him and say, "Hey, I saw Joe Peckernat over here doing something stupid." But
that's Danny Stone to you.
But you know what works a whole lot better is for you to be able to call him and say, "Hey, this guy's doing something stupid." And when he gets there, go, "Yeah, here's a video I took on my phone."
Yeah.
Because then he can take that in for evidence. He can take that to court, makes it a whole lot easier to, if catfish were as cute as kittens, we wouldn't have no trouble getting regulations passed.
Wouldn't make no difference to me.
I know you wouldn't.
We're not going to go there, though.
All right, how about puppies?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Joe.
I couldn't help it, Danny. It just popped in my head.
I could not agree with you more on that. Unfortunately, your conservation officers is usually the first place that gets hit when they start cutting budget. So,
we had a really good guy that was water patrol, and now they've took the water patrol in the state of Missouri out, and it's part of the Missouri State Highway Patrol instead of being a separate thing, which is okay. But we had a really good water patrol guy. And now he runs around checking the state inspection stations.
Dockery's right.
Well, that's true, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
But this guy was a great guy, and he lost his job, and they put him in checking state inspection stations throughout the southern part of the states, and he was good at that too. But man, he knew regulations and he'd help you with anything. He's such a great guy. He still is, but do miss him in the water patrol. But I've actually had Missouri Water Patrol folks come to my house and do a show with me a couple of years ago. You can go back and look it up, where they told us all about regulations and all the stuff that they have going on. I thought it was a really, really good show, and maybe we need to revisit that sometime. I do have a conservation agent that lives across the street on the next street over. I can see the back of his house from here, but he's now retired. And I always wanted to have him over here, but anytime that they do any shows or any public speaking, it has to be approved, and that takes time. And I didn't get on him quick enough, and now he's retired. Of course, he still might do it. I should go over there, but it's going to have to warm up. You know what I mean? You okay, Chad?
No, I got another message that says, I don't know, Calamus at Burwell.
Yeah, those are great channels.
That's the one you were
I couldn't
talking
think of
about.
the names of them. I just couldn't think of the names of them. Oh, look, there's James Dockery.
Sorry, I couldn't see that low.
What does James say? If you want to help or change the laws, every state holds open meetings that you can go to. He is 100% correct. I've been to tons of them. They've invited me to. I've spoke at some of them, and I know James attends a lot of those. It's extremely important that the everyday guy goes to these meetings and voices his opinion. That's the only way those folks know how serious you are about things.
Oh, yeah. If you don't show up to complain about it, guess what? They walk out of there going, hey, we had a good meeting. Nobody showed up to throw fish.
For a long time, they got daily emails from me. They don't as much anymore, but I still contact them once in a while.
And if you want to send them something good, send it certified mail. It causes a headache. They got to send somebody to sign for it and everything else. So
I don't know if they changed it or not, but they used to have to read and answer every email they got. And when we was trying to get really standing on about regulations, we was having people send them in, and they was getting hundreds of them a day. And they finally messaged me and said, please quit asking them to do that. We can't get anything done. But that was the point. You know, we wanted those regulations. And I guess they're still doing studies because they're just not doing it. And I know they'll be listening to this because I know some of them still watch the show and they'll get pissed off about it. But I've said all along they don't want confrontation with Illinois, and I say screw Illinois. And if they're going to allow the commercial fishing to continue like it is and make them withstand the same regulations as the everyday guy, 2 overs, put them on just like they do on Lake Ozark, Truman, and all the lakes. 2 overs, 10 unders, no slots. We don't grow fish as fast here as they do down south. So when we get 70, 80, 100-pound fish, it takes anywhere from 10 to 30 years to get it that size, depending on the genetics of the fish. And it's a proven fact. Studies done by the Missouri Department of Conservation, a 30-year-old fish still produce eggs and hatch in our area for sure. So why would you kill them when they're passing on in great genetics? It just makes zero sense. It really does. But that's just an opinion of an old man that nobody gives a damn about.
Did you say something?
No. Sorry. I'm surprised you didn't have the reel out.
No, I was letting you go. You was on a roll. But
let me get off on Joe Biden a minute.
How about reel that crap in? Rolling on 10 after 9, and I'm sure.
Yeah, it's about time to. We do have this week. We didn't have one last week. We got a bragging board.
I'm excited about
Bragging
that.
board done.
We got a good bragging board this week too. So let me get in there to get that and get the right thing clicked on. I really want to click on this other one. And we'll go from there. Howdy, folks. It's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board. This covers through the week of January the 22nd, 2024. Leading us off this week, we have our good friend Jello with a pair of 20-plus pound Power Plant Lake Blue Cats. Those are some awesome looking fish. Andy, congratulations. Thanks for sending those in. Next up, we have Daryl of Trophy Seeker Outdoors. Daryl's got a 40-pound blue cat out there on the Tennessee River. Congratulations, Daryl. Daryl has been on fire here lately. Some awesome fish caught in his boat. Next up, Brandon over at Fishizzle with a 53-pound blue cat caught during the Fields to Water final day of the Winter Blues tournament. Congratulations on that Winter Blues win, Brandon. Great job. And closing us out this week, we have Woody with a couple of Tennessee River fish, a 24-pound flathead, and a massive 101.5-pound blue cat. Both of those caught out of the Tennessee River. Congratulations, Woody. Those are great fish. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.
Wow.
Some massive fish this week.
That 100-pounder coming off of Tennessee River. You don't up away from Wheeler and Pickwick and you don't see that many 100-pound fish. That was a stud. And that flathead that's a great looking fish. Beautiful. I eat flathead. I haven't in a long time, but I used to. Those are the most beautiful catfish of all. They're also the best eating of all, in my opinion, although I do like all of them. But it's really hard I can't kill a big one. I just can't make myself do it. And it's really hard to kill the small ones because they're just gorgeous. I mean, they just are. Every one of them's unique.
Yeah,
but that's just me. Man, what a great board. That was awesome.
It was
bragging board was really nice. Josh, you done another outstanding job.
Folks, send those pictures in when you catch those fish. Send them in. You can, if you have me on Facebook, I don't have a problem if you send them through Messenger. Now, if I don't have you on there, it's going to go to that spam box, and I don't see those. So send it to the email address, and we'll get them that way. But Lyle found something funny.
So you can all the wrong one.
Yeah, my money
in the winter.
Yeah, my money is on everybody to skunk on the last little tournament thing that they got going on there, and Austin's going to pull out the first place win and beat them all, and then laugh at them all.
It could happen.
Nothing like some drama.
Yep, that's right.
And if you want to see Brandon Fishizzle's fish, you can go over to my channel, Fields to Water, and check out the video I clipped out of him catching that fish that he won the tournament by 0.10 pounds.
That's amazing.
It was
so fun to watch.
It really was. Now, Chad, all your tournaments like that, there's money donated to a charity.
Yes, sir.
Do you have that charity and the amount that you can share with us, or do you want to save that for Thursday night?
Nope, I'll go ahead and say it. I'll say it both. We raised, actually, it was like 704 and some change, and the wife and I rounded it up and made it 750 with our part of our donation. And then Brandon and Creole, they asked to have it donated to Operation Vets with Nets.
Very nice.
So I got with them yesterday. They had to do an update on their site, but we made the donation, the full $750 that was raised went straight to them. So they were very happy and very thankful to Creole and Brandon for doing that.
No, that's a great organization to give it to. I have so many that I'm organizations like that I'm very happy about and thankful for. Fishing for Freedom Quincy is one. American Diabetes Association would be another one. Heart Association, cancers. There's just so many.
We've donated to every one of them over
Oh,
all
yeah.
the tournaments.
There's really not a bad one out there.
Well, there's not. But when you're doing anything that has to do with our veterans,
Mhm.
that's about as good as it gets. It really does.
I kept advocating for the Dunnigan Home for Wayward Boats, and Chad kept telling me no.
No.
Oh, well, we had a great show tonight, fellas. I really enjoyed it. We got a lot of people that was in there. We still got 99 viewers.
We had a bunch of people watching tonight.
It was really fun, and we want to thank everybody for watching it tonight. And just remember, Benoit Fishing will be on with us next Monday night, and we're going to have a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wednesday night on Panfish Nation, none other than James Dockery is going to be with me on that show because Mark is on vacation this week, having acupuncture and drinks today. Lucky dog. I don't know about
I'd have to have a lot of drinks before I'd have acupuncture. I'll tell you that.
I don't know if they got enough, but we'd have to see about that. And Chad, tell us about Thursday night on the bait shop.
Well, Thursday night we're going to invite Mr. Fishizzle so he can tell everybody about his trip where he took the 4th annual Winter Blues by the storm at the last 15 minutes.
Mhm.
He broke hearts.
He did do that.
I think we're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it'd
it's
be a
gonna be
great
good.
show. It will. Is his
be one of
cohort going to be on there with him?
I have put out a request that the guide that he hired be on.
I thought it was illegal to be guys.
With certified guide.
Sir, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a smart move on his part. It worked out for him. Just barely, but it worked out. You guys got anything else before we close out?
I ain't got nothing but
about to do it this week.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll be back next Monday night with Benoit Catfishing. See you then.
Have a great week, y'all.